Unlucky. For lunch today, we're having Frito Bites, Stick and Stones, and Fiesta Taco Salad. For weather today, it's 57 for the high, 40 for the low, and rainy. For our mood tonight is a windy crescent. For news today, yearbooks are on sale now. They're $13. Bring your money and reserve your copy today. Teachers' yellow papers were put in your box about yearbooks. If a student brings money, send them to Ms. McHenry at room B115. Today is Tip
Tuesday!
Here are 8 tips for staying awake in class. Number 1, shower before class. Number 2, bring a water bottle. Staying hydrated is a key factor in staying awake. Number 3, bring a snack. Number 4, shed a layer. Number 5, chew gum. Number 6, save a daydreaming for after class. Number 7, go to the bathroom. Number 8, sit up and focus on your posture. Bye. Have a good day.
The Unlucky Lottery Winners of Classroom 13 by Honest Lee and Matthew J. Gilbert. Chapter 1, Unlucky Miss Linda. When unlucky school teacher Miss Linda Lacrosse woke up Monday morning, she decided it would be another unlucky day. And she was right. First, she put too much milk on her toast and too much butter in her coffee. Then she forgot her umbrella. It wasn't raining, but she used it to keep the birds away. For some reason, birds like to swoop down at Miss Linda and pull out her hair. On her way to work, Miss Linda's car got a flat tire. No one would stop to help. She didn't have a spare tire. She left her phone at home, and it started to rain. When she walked to the nearest gas station to ask for help, the cashier was very rude. He snapped, "If you want to use my phone, you have to buy something." Miss Linda looked in her purse. All she had was a $1 bill. "What can I buy for $1? The cashier pointed to 3 items. The first item was a candy bar, the second was a pine-scented air freshener, and the third was a lottery ticket. Miss Linda had a mouthful of cavities, so she passed on the candy bar. Miss Linda was very allergic to pine, so she shook her head at the air freshener after a violent sneeze. So Miss Linda chose the lottery ticket. Being unlucky, she tossed it into her purse without a second thought. She would not win. She never won anything. After Miss Linda paid for the lottery ticket, the cashier let her use his phone to call a tow truck and a taxi. When Miss Linda finally got to her school, she was soaking wet and very late. The principal gave her the evil eye as she was rushing down the hall in her heels. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, all the way down to her classroom. Her classroom was number 13, which, if you don't know, is a very unlucky number. "Oh, students, I apologize terribly for being terribly late," Miss Linda said. "I've had quite the terrible morning." Of her 27 students, 26 of them were present. Santiago Santos was home with the sniffles. The poor child was sick more often than not. Of the 26 students who were in class, only 24 of them were awake. Of those 24, 7 were playing video games on their phones. Of the 17 left, 4 were gossiping, which is not nice, and 3 were drawing pictures of butts, which is hilarious. Of the 10 students left, 4 were playing on the internet, 3 were talking about TV shows, 2 were reading comic books, and 1 was picking her nose. She could almost get that booger. It was just out of reach. But of all 27 students, none of them were happy to see that their teacher was here. They were hoping for an entire day off of goofing off. Well, except Olivia. Olivia raised her hand but spoke without waiting to be called on. "Can we start today's lesson already? I'm eager to learn." Olivia was smart, but she was also very rude. Of course, Miss Linda said. She pushed up her glasses on her nose and tried to straighten her damp hair, which was a mess because of the birds. "What shall we learn about today? Let's start with current events." "My dad says that the only important news in the world right now is the lottery," said Isabella. She had a horse on her shirt, a horse on her backpack, a horse barrette in her hair. Can you tell she liked horses? "Right now, the lottery is worth $28 billion. "Oh my," Miss Linda said. She wrote 28, 000, 000, 000, 0 on the board. That is a very big number indeed. After all, it has 9 zeros. $28 billion is a lot of money. Who would like to do some math? Boo! Some of the students shouted. C'est cours est nul, shouted Hugo, who was from France and spoke only in French. Miss Linda remembered her lottery ticket and pulled it out of her purse. Let's make it fun, then. This morning, I bought a lottery ticket. This lottery ticket costs $1. If I win $2, what percent is that? Only Olivia raised her hand. Do you think you'll win? Jimena asked. I hear the odds of winning the lottery are less likely than the odds of getting struck by lightning. I have heard the same thing, Miss Linda said. It is much more likely that I'll get struck by lightning than win the lottery. After all, I am very unlucky. If you win, can I have some of the money? Asked Fatima. Ooh, me too, said Jaden Jason James, who other students called Triple J. All of the students wanted some of the lottery money. Miss Linda shrugged. I'll tell you what, class. If I do win, which is very unlikely, I promise to split my earnings evenly with every single one of you. All of the students in classroom 13 shouted, Really? Except Hugo. He shouted, Sacre bleu! Of course, Miss Linda said. I made a promise, and I must keep my word. The students hopped up from their desks and huddled together in the middle of the class, whispering among themselves. Finally, they returned to their seats, and Ethan Earhart spoke up. Miss Linda, we value your word, but we would feel much more comfortable with your promise if we could get that in writing. You mind signing a contract and pinky swearing to share the money if you win? Miss Linda thought creating a contract was a good lesson for the class, so together they drew up a contract which Miss Linda and every student signed. Then one by one, every student in Miss Linda's class walked to the front of the room and did a pinky swear with Miss Linda. For the rest of the day, the students were nicer than usual. Perhaps Miss Linda's luck was changing. That day after school, Miss Linda walked home. She was struck by lightning twice.
Okay, record 5 minutes and 48 seconds, third through fifth grade.
Please stand for the American flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.